Previously on Fly with the Guy. We are headed down for brunch, aka we just want mimosas with a side of food. Lost the vlogging camera and an Uber in my bag. I'm going to end this vlog right here because I start a work trip in 3 hours.
I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade out. Now these
Hey freaking flyers, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, flight attendant based out in Miami, Florida. You all, I am back at the airport. I just ended the vlog like 3 hours ago from my trip to Vegas this past weekend. And yeah, now I'm starting a 4-day trip. You all know I cannot stand 4 days, but I have nothing but 4-day trips for the rest of this month. It's a 4-day, a day off, a 4-day, a day off, a 4-day, a day off, and a 4-day. Pray my strength. But nonetheless, I am here, starting the vlog right here because yeah, there was no way I could do any of that fancy stuff. I was trying to keep my head above water and make sure I had all of my required duty items and to meal prep and to pack, well, to unpack and to repack and put it all together. It was a lot. So there was no nothing. But I will tell you all more about this trip once we get into the airport. All right, so I have made it onto the plane, you all. I am just in a very like solemn mood, so I apologize. I'm gonna try to pick up the energy in the vlog. I know I just really need some rest. Like, I went by Dunkin' Donuts and got me a refresher. I wanted the cranberry, the apple cranberry with green tea, but they were out of the cranberry, so I had to settle for strawberry and green tea, which is a weird combination, but we're making it work. I also have a Red Bull in my bag because, you know, if and when that time comes, I want to have it available. But let's talk about this trip. I'm on a 4-day trip, you all. This trip was not awarded to me. I had 2 turns. I had 2 days off and I had 2 turns, and I got rid of 1 turn, and then I traded somebody the turn for this 4-day trip. So they did not want it. I see why they did not want it. This is a complete night trip. Like, we have some all daytime flying trips. Y'all know I prefer evening flying. This is night flying. So it's a 1, 2, 2, 1. Tonight we just have 1 flight to Denver, and then we'll live there for like 22 hours. And then all the other nights are like night flights and red eyes, night flights and red eyes. But it is going to be what it's going to be. I'm working in the back. That was the position that the person had, and my least favorite position, but I do welcome the break, and I haven't done it in a while, so it'd be kind of nice to like refresh myself on doing this position. So we shall see, but we're going to Denver. Y'all, so we have made it to Denver. I survived waking up at 3:30 a.m. in Vegas, which was 6:30 in Denver. 6:30 on the East Coast, flying for like 8 hours, and then turn around and work on a 4-hour flight. I survived. If you like thinking about being a flight attendant, don't try to live on the wild side. You know, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Listen, I know I be doing it, but I don't recommend it. But nonetheless, you all, easy flight, full flight, easy flight. Definitely realize I still hate working in the position that I'm working in. 3 reasons. 1, The back is super bumpy just compared to the rest of the plane. Like, I've just taken for granted how calm the front is. Two, I don't like being behind passengers. Like, when you work in the back, like, the passengers are facing forward, so you're like behind everyone's back. So when you walk up to passengers, you're always coming behind them versus working up front where you're facing the passengers. So whenever you go down to a passenger row for something, you're like walking to them. So that's number two. And then I had number three and I forgot what it was. If I remember, I'll say something, but at this point, I'm a little bit delirious. I do need to go ahead and go to sleep. I have to get up because I have tutoring scheduled in a few hours. It's 7:45 on the East Coast, which means it's going to be 5:45 a.m. Denver time. And I haven't done the lesson plans for that yet, so I need to get up a little bit earlier than that to do the lesson plans and then tutor and then go back to sleep because we're here for like 22 hours. So that is the plan. That is the goal. I have to get all of this into the refrigerator. So we have green snap peas, pickles, 2 salads, smoothies, Red Bull, two subs, pepperoni, cheese, pasta salad, hummus, and 2 meals. Hey y'all, good evening, buenos noches. If you know, you know. So, I feel like the last time I talked to you all, it was dark outside because we had just got to Denver and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's dark outside still because it's like 8 o'clock at night and we're still in Denver on our layover. And I think this might be the first time you all are seeing me because I didn't do anything. There was nothing noteworthy. So I didn't go to sleep till about 3 a.m. Denver time, which was like 5 a.m. East Coast time. And I had to tutor, so I had to be on my computer at like 5:45 this morning. And so I just tutored for like 45 minutes. And then I went downstairs and grabbed breakfast since I was already up. And then I ate breakfast. And then I went to bed for real. And when I went back to bed at like 9 a.m., I slept until like 2. So I didn't get to see anybody on this layover. I didn't leave this room except for this morning. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. But as you all know, I've been gone, like running around like a maniac the last couple of days in Las Vegas at a music festival. So I needed the rest. I still need more rest. So I did nothing around the room all day. And I laid down and napped at about 6. And I just got back up at 8. When I did go lay down, I went ahead and put my food in my Hot Logic because you all know the Hot Logic Mini is like a go-to for a flight attendant who meal preps. So my food has been over here cooking or heating up for a very long time. Now it's just some meatballs, broccoli, mashed potatoes. But it's been over here heating up and I need to let it cool because I hate eating hot food, but it's like hot. And the thing I love about the Hot Logic is that you can put any type of material in here. Like I prefer glass bowls, but I meal prep and I pack my lunch bag with plastic bowls because of the weight. It's just, that bag was outrageously heavy yesterday, like easily like 50 pounds. So I love that I can put plastic in here for like hours and it will never melt it. It will never be any issues. But nonetheless, I'm about to eat. And then we're gonna take a shower, we're gonna pack up, we're gonna get dressed for work. Like I told y'all, this is a nighttime trip. So all of the flying is nighttime flying. So continue watching YouTube. I have it up on the TV right now, which, comment below and let me know, how do y'all watch YouTube? How do y'all watch me? Do you watch via like your phone or like a laptop or like on the TV? Honestly, I like watching YouTube on the TV because it's big, but the problem I hate is I like to comment on the people that I watch, so it's easier to comment when you're watching on the phone or the laptop because you can comment. Like on the TV, you gotta like go back into the app and it's difficult. So I don't often watch YouTube on the TV unless it's somebody that I probably won't comment on. But usually I comment on everybody I watch. So I've just been watching YouTube all day because I'm like a week and a half behind on YouTube videos. So gotta catch up. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. So I've been here for like 3 minutes trying to figure out why this bag seems so stuffed. Because usually it has like a very slim profile. And I don't know, like this bag has like a bunch of in-flight essentials in it. So it has my apron for service. It has some masks in there in case passengers need them. My work device, credit card applications, and pens for customs forms. Oh, this is the reason why I put a new pack of wipes in here. And this pack is so thick, I forget how it just thins out over the course, you know, of using it. This is what's taking up so space. There's nothing else in here but lotion. This is just a bunch of like meds and stuff. Speaking of which, I did not take my medicine for today. So we need to do that. They're like Febreze, medicine, extra wings, and things like that. These two bags are part of my Amazon haul. I'll link it up top if I remember editing Brandon to do that. But yeah, love these. This one I just keep masking, literally. And I think I have a pair of like cheap sunglasses to have on layovers. I think we're gonna use the bear mask today. But I just keep mask in here. Try to separate the ones I've worn from the ones I haven't worn over the course of the trip. And I know I talked about my Hot Logic, but this cable organizer is probably my #2 favorite product as a flight attendant. This and my Hot Logic, #1 and #2. Like, I talked about this many, many times before. I'll link it down below. But it's just so convenient because when it's time to pack up, like visually, I know that it's supposed to be 4 here, 3 here, and then all of these are occupied. So that's how I know that I'm not forgetting anything in this room, because something would be missing if I didn't have it in here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this packed up again. Finish packing that. That is packed up. I'll probably B-roll this, and yeah, we'll get out of here. So I realized I never came on and told you all what we're doing today. We're working 2 flights, Denver to Las Vegas, and then a red eye from Las Vegas to Cincinnati, I think. So it's gonna be a long night. Alright y'all, so we have made it to Vegas. It was a quick flight here. We did not have a lot of passengers at all. So the unfortunate part is that, well, it's not unfortunate, but our 1.5 hour flight had a little bit of people, and our now 3-hour flight to Cincinnati is going to probably be sold out. But we got here early, so we have like 30 minutes of ground time. So the cleaners are back there. We got catered in Denver, so we're good, because your plane doesn't get catered between every flight. Like, they put stuff on it projecting that it's going to work so many different routes before it gets catered again. So we got catered in Denver. It's supposed to be a long night. I don't know what time zone my body is in right now. Being on like Pacific time for 4 days, and then I came back, but then I left back out, and then I went to Mountain time. But tonight we'll be in Cincinnati, and Ohio is still Eastern time. So I don't know. Like, what time is it now? 3:52. No, it's not 3:52 at home. It's 2:50. See, I haven't even updated my digital watch. I don't let it automatically update because I just like for it to stay on the East Coast time, so I can always know what time it is on the East Coast, and I just usually do the math. But I need to push it back because the time changed. But yeah, we're just about to board up and get a flight time. We're getting new pilots, and then we'll be on our way. Got some coffee? Some good coffee this time?
Yeah, you want some?
Yeah, I'll try some. Yeah, I gotta show y'all this little French press she got. Like, she is doing it. My flying partner out here brewing her own coffee. Good coffee too, at that. So I'm about to snag me a cup. Y'all know I travel with my creamer, my own creamer and stuff. So her good coffee plus my good creamer is about to be a good cup of iced coffee. To Cincinnati, aka Northern Kentucky, because that's where the airport is and that's where we stay. It'd be nice if we stayed downtown, but we don't. Y'all, I am so exhausted. After we boarded all of our passengers on completely full flight, we had a maintenance delay that lasted for over an hour and it was almost 2 hours by the time we got ready to take off. So instead of leaving at 50 a.m., we didn't leave until 2:30. So instead of getting here at 7:30, we didn't get here till 9 o'clock. Instead of having a 13-hour layover, we now have a 10-hour and some minute layover. So it's just legal of being at minimum rest. We have an 8 o'clock van tonight, so I'm going to bed. I'm gonna black out these drapes. We're using the skirt hangers to maximize the darkness so that I can try to get some sleep. I don't even care about eating. I just want to go to sleep.
Leave me here in my shade of gray. No, I'm not alone. Just no words to say. I'm not in a mood. I just need some space. This scene's been playing in my head.
Alright, good evening, frequent flyers. It is night 3 of our 4-night trip, because that's what it really is. Y'all, I slept from the time I talked to y'all until the alarm went off at 7 p.m. So, yeah. Still, I'm not gonna say I'm rested, but I got some rest. Nonetheless, we have our longest duty period of the entire trip. We're working 2 flights. We're going from Cincinnati to Vegas, and then we're working the red eye from Vegas to Atlanta. So it's almost 8 p.m. here on the East Coast, and it'll be 7 a.m. when we get done. So another long duty period. I haven't eaten, so I'm gonna go downstairs a couple of minutes early to try to heat up some food to eat once I get on the plane. Hopefully everything goes smoothly tonight. Well wishes and manifesting positive vibes and a good night. We have 2 oversold flights, so that's going to be interesting. But you know, like I always say, full flights equals future paychecks. So we love to see it. Let me finish getting packed up and we will head downstairs.
All day, at nights I wonder, my needs ain't fostered. I feel like a burden. I ain't mean to hurt you, yeah. I try, but it drains me dry. I wish I could see you one more time and say, internet daydreams cost you. Oh, I thought I lost you. I dig a little farther just to find you.
Alright y'all, so we have made it to Las Vegas. Very pleasant flight coming here. Plane is getting cleaned, and then we will reboard a full flight to take people to Atlanta. But I do want to have something, y'all, I want to mention to y'all. So, one of the things that's starting to be like super common now is like, well, it's always been a thing, but I think now it's starting to kind of like annoy me a little bit. It's when you're in the service, you're in the aisle trying to do service, and passengers are like sitting there, and when you get to their row, you make eye contact with them, they make eye contact with you, and then you proceed to say what you say, would you like any snacks or drinks? And then they look at you, and then they're like, they can't hear you. And I'm like, I'm just standing there like pointing to the device, like pause it so you can hear me. And then they like pause it, or either they'll pull down their mask, like that's gonna be able to, for them to be able to hear me. And it's like, I'm not pulling down my mouth so you can read my lips. I need you to pause whatever you're listening to so I can say what I gotta say. So you can tell like the people who are like used to it, because when you get to their row, they'll just pause their Netflix, pause their music, or pull their headphone back so they can hear you, but it's happening more and more. Alright y'all, so we have made it to Atlanta. I've actually been here for quite a bit of time. We were a little delayed leaving Vegas because we had a situation with a passenger whose pet carrier was too big to kind of like fit under the seat, so it was blocking the egress or the people's ability to get out of the row. That's a no-no, so that took a little time trying to figure that out. So we were late leaving Vegas, but we had a pleasant flight. But that also meant we were late getting to Atlanta. I had a tutoring session scheduled for 7:45. 7:45, I was just walking out of the concourse, like in Atlanta, trying to make it, you know, in the direction of the hotel. So I just started my tutoring session via phone. And yeah, I tutored all the way on my phone from the airport all the way to the hotel and up in here, and I've like had a bit of an explosion in the room. But I just finished up my tutoring session and I'm about to get in bed. Oh my gosh. It's another short layover today. I think we are only here now for 11 and a half hours, and I have to be back at the airport at 7:20 tonight, so I'll probably leave here at like, I think we're leaving here at 6:50, and yeah, that'll be that. Ready for this trip to be over, but I definitely want some good rest, so I will see you all later on this evening. Good evening, frequent flyers. It is day 4 of our 4-day trip, which means it is go home day. We're just working one leg at Atlanta to Miami. We have a full flight, it looks like, potentially oversold. So, yeah. But I'm ready to get this trip over, just from the sheer exhaustion of starting this trip right after the weekend in Vegas, to working in my least favorite position, to working all night, every night. It's been a lot. I'm ready for it to say goodbye to this one and get to my one day off. Let's go to work. All right, so we have made it back to Miami. You all, this trip is over. All the cruel things I said about my crew, they now know I vlog, so I have to not include them in the video. JK, y'all know I didn't say nothing crazy about them. All right, you all, so back in Miami, the trip is over. So happy it's over. Wow, it's been a long time since I worked a trip and just did not like it. And the trip was okay, because y'all know I like flying at night. I don't care to fly overnight that much, but the night flying was cool. It was just tiring. So yeah, I have one day off, and then we will be back out on Saturday to do this all over again. But the flight was pleasant. We had some really great passengers coming from Atlanta to Miami. So nothing to complain there, nothing to report. I ate everything in my food bag, so clap, clap, clap to that. I never even used the Red Bull that I had bought, so that's even better as well. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all for watching. Wow, what? Thank you all for watching. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our frequent flyer program here on YouTube. But I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all the next time.